Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on Wednesday morning, February 23. It's my daughter's birthday. Yay, happy birthday, Liz. I don't think she ever watches my videos, but just in case. So I'm live on my Facebook business page, and you can find me here every Wednesday. Good morning, Terry, at 10:30 a.m. And you can find me anytime on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. You can find out things about clubs and classes, and hi Nancy, and see projects that I post, even when I'm not live, and anyway, all sorts of things. So, thanks Marsha, hi Linda. So I have a couple quick things for you today before my randomizer. Good morning, Marlene. So we are in our last few days. If you count today, that's 6 days of celebration left. So to be able to get celebration freebies as a customer, to get an extra bonus as a hostess, and to get 2 bonus stamp sets in your starter kit if you sign up. Hi, Jamie. And Marlene, did I say hi, Marlene? Sorry, short-term memory. Anyway, Monday's the last day, so keep that in mind. Second reminder is next week I will not be live. We are starting our remodeling project, so excited. So I will not be live that day. It will be kind of loud here. And so anyway, I won't be on. Hi, Sherry. Okay, so for those of you who are maybe new to me, by randomizer, I mean, it is my website that I go to, to draw names. Thanks, Jamie. To draw names for my, my giveaway for projects that I made from the previous week during my live. So the way that you get entered for the drawing is to share this video. So if you want what I make today, or if you just want to help me out in my business and maybe share some sunshine with people, share my video to your news feed or whatever, and then come back and tell me in the comments here that you shared, because sometimes I see people shared in my news feed, even like obviously if you're friends with me, but I can't always tell like in the settings of Facebook that you did. So make sure you share. So I have hi Carrie. I have 2 drawings that I'm doing, so I'm gonna start it right now. First one, Alighire, yay! I think that's the 2nd week in a row that she won. I still have the other one to send her. And if others of you are missing them, I still have several to send out. Okay, so Alighire, she's my first winner. I'm gonna pick another name and start. And Jamie Rose, woohoo! Did you win last week too, Jamie? Okay. So I got my winner. So I'm going to go back to, I didn't refresh my screen yet. Just a sec. I got to make sure that I can see comments on my computer. Just a minute. Sorry for the delay. Okay. I just saw Terry's come up. All right. Yes, congrats, ladies. I love that you guys congratulate each other on winning. That makes me happy. Okay, so I'm going to dive right in because I have to register for an event as soon as I get off from my live today. So thank you for sharing already, Dina. So I'm going to, I have some let's see, revisits, I'll say, for today, including some stuff that I used last week, and I don't remember how recently I used the other well, since Celebration, a few Celebration items plus Cactus Cuties again. I had to use the punch, so I decided that I would go back and do that. So I'm going to show things to you as I use them, or at least once I have you down, rather than doing it up here and being awkward. So I'm going to put you down, do my magic wand, on backwards, you upside down. First I will tilt you, and then I'll put you down farther. Okay, so this is the Simply Marbelous designer paper. You can only earn it as a free item during Celebration, so it will be gone as of Monday's the last day. And so there's 6 different colors here. Actually, there's some more colors. So this is one marbled side, and then this one is the more subtle side. The blues have more blues in it than the rest of these. But anyway, so these are, I know you do, Sherry. So these are designer paper that I'm using today. So I'm going to start with using that paper, and I'm using it with Driving By. This is another Celebration item. And I was inspired by actually 2 completely different projects for this project that I'm doing. I sort of combined the thoughts in them in what I'm doing. You girls are awesome. I love it. Okay, so I'm also going to show, okay, so I'm going to start with my card base. So this is, I honestly can't tell. I feel like I got my paper mixed up. Bumblebee and Crushed Curry are very close. And I think this is Bumblebee. But I think I had them mixed up, so I had to. Oh, hi, Janet. Are you back in town? She's been in Florida for a month. Okay, so here is my Bumblebee paper. And I don't know if you can see it or not, so I'm going to show you the actual dies. I'm using several different dies today, and I already have it cut. But this one's totally different. You're back and cold. Oh, I can imagine. Well, thanks for joining me this morning. Okay, so on this card, I don't know if you can see it, but I used this die from Stitched Leaves. All it does is just add stitching in these different, can you see the different? Like here's the line, I'm tracing the line of the border of it, of how long the stitching goes out. So I just wanted something in the background. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for right now, and I'm going to focus on this paper. So I'm using, this is Flirty Flamingo, is the name of this color, and I'm going to stamp the Volkswagen van. I need to get this out of my camera view. I feel like, keep feeling like something's in the way from above. I'm going to stamp this van on here. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dina. Right on this paper. So, not sure where it will show up best, but I'm just going to go up high. Okay. So I have this van right on the paper, and I'm going to do what's called paper piecing. Not paper piercing, but paper piecing. No R. And so I'm also going to stamp the van on this. Oh, this is Stitched So Sweetly dies. I better show you those quick. Sorry. There we go. I have them in inverted order. These are Stitched So Sweetly. So we have, there's a scallop rectangles plus stitching, and then there's all sorts of different shapes and stitching on it. Today is all about stitching, by the way. Everything I'm using is stitching. at least dye-wise. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it on here as well. Ah, cute. So this van definitely makes me think retro. All of these things are retro here. Okay, now, I already did the hard work ahead of time. So rather than having you, well, I'll start it so you get the idea. Paper piecing, where'd my scissors go though? Paper piercing is, hi Lynn and Lenny, good morning. Paper piecing is stamping on something and then cutting out so that you are just inside or just outside. I think I've done it both ways. The outside line so that you can put this design on what you already have stamped here. Oh, thanks for sharing already. So I did that part already, and I actually used my my paper snips, my little scissors here, as like an X-Acto knife for the windows too, because I don't want the windows to be this designer paper. So I already did this part, so you don't have to watch me take forever to do it. So now I'm gonna put adhesive on here. You definitely need the silicone mat down for this because I have windows open and it's a tiny piece and all that. So I'm trying to get the adhesive away from the windows, away from the wheel wells that I just went over. And I'm gonna put this right on my van. I love it. So here's my van with my Simply Marbelous paper. So this paper with this van definitely makes me think like it's retro. So I probably should have done one of these things first. We're gonna see. All right, I'm going to color in, this is light basic black, and I'm gonna color in the wheels, oh, I can't do that end, it's bad. I have to do this end after all. Oh, I prefer that end anyway. I just need to be careful. So I'm coloring in the wheels with light basic black, and I rarely use dark basic black because light allows me to still see the line. Sorry, here I go trying to talk and color at the same time again. It still allows me to see the lines of the stamped image. You can see why I should have done this part before I put the pieced DSP down. Okay. So I have the wheel done. Now I have the darkest Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to do the right around the wheel well. And this part here. And then I'm going to do this again. I should have done this before I put it down. I'm going to do this part. I want to highlight. I want there to be a two-tone besides the marbling. I feel like this makes it look even more retro. Actually, it makes me think of, too, the Scooby-Doo, their van. What do they call their van? Do you guys remember? Their mystery van. Didn't it have a special name? Anyway, these funky colors and design make me think of it. Okay, we're going to call that good. All right, so I'm going to hippy dippy. Yeah. Mystery machine, that's it. Thanks, Sherry. It's definitely a hippy dippy van. That's funny. Mystery mobile. I love it. You guys are good. I couldn't remember it. And I didn't think of it until I colored just now. Okay, so I'm going to, this van definitely has style, so I'm putting that on here. You've got style. That's one of the greetings that are in the stamp set. And then I need a road for it to drive on, so I'm going to, do you guys ever do this? I'm not sure that I've shown this in a long time. You could use an ink refill to do this, but I'm using my 2 thumbs on my ink pad. You have to be careful what kind of pad that you do it on. A lid like this, I've broken them before. Do you remember when we used to have Spectrum pads? I tried it on a Spectrum pad and I cracked the lid. These, you barely can do it because they're so sturdy, but you want to use your 2 thumbs, and I'm pinching. Can you see? I'm pinching, trying to press my thumbs down. And then I just created a palette here, and I'm going to use my water painter. We used to call them aqua painters, now it's called a water painter. I always get it started on my hand, because I don't want too much water going on. I'm going to pick up color, make sure it's not too dark, and I'm just going to draw some ground here. All right, then you just run it off on your scrap until it's clear. This was gray granite, by the way. Just seems, it's a cross between brown and gray, if you ask me. Okay, so now we're gonna put this, oh, I forgot one more thing. I remembered something else that I was doing, so I remembered this. All right, maybe flowers would be more appropriate. That was actually what I saw on a previous, I think I said earlier, I combined two different ideas on 2 different cards and came up with my own idea. So I have this heart. It's actually from Well Done. I was looking for just the right size. There's a heart in this stamp set that I wanted. And I'm going to put it right on the side here. I love it. Okay. All right. Now we'll put the card together. Okay, so here's my card base. I wanted to add in one more color, so I went with Bermuda Bay. Thanks for sharing, Penny. And is there wet here? Maybe it was from my hand. It looks wet. So I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to test this before I put it down. I want to see how far over I want it. So I still want to see my stitching. But remember, I always like my lines to not be exactly in the same spot. Like, I wouldn't want to put it right there. I want it offset. So, oh, this is a reminder to always have something underneath you when you, this is where it's wet. When you use your Stampin' Blends, because it goes through. So, alright, so I'm going to put dimensionals on here. Where did I put those? I hid them from myself. I put them somewhere and said I am not going to hide them, but I did. Here's the minis. There they are. Okay, so I'm going to put several on here. Okay, so putting this down. All right, and then I have one last little embellishment that I'm putting on. This is what made me remember the stamp. I'm using, I don't remember if I've used these on camera or not, but these are shaker shapes. They are in the full catalog, and they are heart, circles, and stars. I think it's Flirty Flamingo, but it could be Melon Mambo or Polished Pink. I don't know. It didn't really matter to me. The hearts are pink. The circles are, I think, Granny Apple Green. And the stars are probably Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to put quick adhesive. I rarely use liquid adhesive, but this is something that it's needed for because they're too tiny. So I'm putting a little dot. I start in the center and then do the two outside to try to center it as well as I can. You have to be careful with these, or pay attention to these, because they're sort of like a foam, I think, and sometimes they are sort of chewed up or something, or like they didn't come out of whatever dye well. So every now and then you'll get one that has a little piece torn off or something like that. Okay. So here's my card. I believe you use the stars before. Okay, cool. So here's my card. So I used Driving By, Sale-a-Bration set, and then a couple different sets of dies. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm moving on to my, thank you, my Cactus Cuties card. Oh, and I need cushion under here for this one, because these are photopolymer stamps, not the red rubber. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do, so when I do, hi Marcia, thank you. So the first thing I want to do is pay attention to how my punch is, because remember I said I'm going to use my punch. So this is the Cactus Cuties, well, probably Cactus Builder Punch, something like that. I'm at work. Thought I would come look at your card today. Oh, cool. Oh, did you see it already? I don't know if you were here. I have three Marcias on today. I wasn't sure if you saw this. I didn't see that you were on Marcia Post. I saw Marcia Walton commented that it was cute. And I think Marcia Hill did earlier. Okay, so I need to pay attention to which direction my my punch is going as far as how I'm going to stamp this, because with these builder punches, punching out so many pieces unless you need them all and are going to stamp them later, or you know, it can be a waste of cardstock, it's harder to punch, etc. So I'm going to be holding it like this, so I need to punch my cactus itself up and down. Morning, girlfriend. I don't know who you're talking to, Dina. Okay, so I'm stamping this way. There's something on there. And then I'm also going to stamp, this is Granny Apple Green, by the way, if you can't tell. I'm also going to stamp this extra little part of a cactus on here too. And, oh, replied to Lynn, sorry. Well, I didn't see that she had said hi to you. Dina, I didn't see that she had said hi to you, so I'm like, Lynn's been on for a while, so I don't know that that's what that means. Then I thought maybe you knew Marsha Post, and I'm like, I don't think that's who she knows on here. Okay, so I'm stamping a flower. Oh, that was a horrible stamp job. I'm flipping it over and stamping a flower on Gorgeous Grape with Gorgeous Grape. Honestly, with this punch, it's weird. Oh, cool. The punch, maybe it's to make things easier, but it's kind of funny to me. The punch cuts it smaller than what the actual image is. So, so I'm going to come in, punch this off here, and then punch this off. So I'm trying not to get, you know, I'm not punching out so much here by where I'm positioning my images. This punch is funny to me too. I feel like it cuts it and makes it look like I'm not even using a punch, like I'm hand cutting it, which is weird. And then I have this flower here that I'm trying to come down to get. This one flies, so I'm covering it, sorry. Ow, I pinched my finger. Okay, got all my other pieces out of the way. Oh, and I'm doing one more punch. So I haven't used the Gorgeous Grape design from the what do you call it again? Simply Marbelous designer paper. I haven't used the Gorgeous Grape one yet. So I'm using this one. And I'm using it actually as, I thought it would be cool, like making the flower pot or the plant pot. I don't know what do you call it. I thought it would be a cool design to make the pot look like it was a marble like pot. And I'm gonna trim this one. This really bugs me. Like, I don't know. Does anybody else that have this punch, does it punch it like it looks like you cut it instead of, and did a bad job cutting it instead of punching it? It sort of bugs me. Like, it's just a goofy shape. Okay. Now I'm going to show you dyes, more dyes that I'm using. So I'm using stitched rectangles. These are my favorite. I literally got tears in my eyes when I received them when they came out a couple of years ago. First time that ever happened, I got tears in my eyes because I was so excited about something. I mean, stamps. I mean, I get tears in my eyes because of happiness and sadness and all that. People that go to Hostess Appreciation, all that. And these are stitched triangles. But anyway, so that's what I'm using. I wanted to do something different. For some reason, I just thought of this shape. Okay. So I'm going to bring my pieces in here and show you my colors. So this is Smoky Slate, Gorgeous Grape, and Basic White, obviously. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put down my, I need to get these out of the way a minute. Put down my Gorgeous Grape here. And I need to offset, partly because of how I designed the card, what I'm putting my cactus on. And, oh, I should do more stamping first. Okay, so this is the stitch rectangle that I'm using for my greeting. And one of the greetings in here is Hope your day is on point. So I used Memento earlier because I was using blends. This time I'm using Memento because I'm using photopolymer. Photopolymer and Black StazOn aren't safe to work together unless you clean them immediately. Alright, so my greeting's ready. So all my stamping is done. Alright. So I don't know how I came up with this, but I did. I'm using this triangle to put my not quite so much, to put my cactus on. I gotta do it just right. This edge is weird too. More fuzzy than what the other one was. Okay, this. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so that's the right angle. So now I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of all these. Lost them again. Alright, so I'm going to put 2 on here. Even though they're kind of small, oops, I shouldn't have done that. I want to put them back in position so I know what I'm doing here. I definitely want 2 dimensionals on here. Oh, hi, Arlene. Especially on this designer paper one because it's not as sturdy as the cardstock is. Oops. So much for having this just right. Alright, putting it on the back of here. And then for this flower, I actually need half of a mini dimensional because it's so tiny. Well, it's not so tiny, it's just like where the petals are, it makes the rest of it so skinny. Yeah, I've done that too, Marcia, and that looks like what this one needs for the last cut that I did. But the other cuts, it's just like a bad shape, is my opinion. But that last cut that I did that I said it was fuzzy, that's probably what needs to happen for that. Okay. So I have my pot down. Peel off the backing for my cactus. I am tucking it under just a little bit to make sure that there's not space shown. So it looks like it's in the pot. Then this is going to come off to the side. So I have new growth on this with plus a flower. Oh shoot, I just took this piece off. It's so tiny it won't stay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is ready. But I'm not going to put regular adhesive on here because I'm not sure how well I would do with that because it has the dimensionals on underneath, but now I can't find my tear and tape. Oh, okay. So I'm using this because I probably wouldn't hurt the cactus on the other side, but I wouldn't get my adhesive to work right probably if I if I used the seal instead of tear and tape. All right, so I have this on the back. Now, what I want to do is see how this works here. I'm gonna go up a little bit. Okay, so that's working well. Like I said, I don't know how I came up with using a triangle for this, other than I didn't just want to do a rectangle. I don't know how, but I like its funkiness. Okay, so I didn't want dimensionals on this too because I have dimensionals on the cactus, but I do want dimensionals on here. 1, 2, 3. All right, then, thank you. Then I'm going to use my matte black dots again. It needs something, and I felt like sparkle wasn't a good choice, so I'm going to put one here, and one here, and I want smaller ones too. One there. 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 All done. Thanks for watching, Marcia. Thank you. I appreciate your encouragement. Okay, so I'm done stamping, so I'm going to pull you guys up. So, up on upside down you, put you backwards again, lift you twice. Okay. So, thank you so much. All right, so here's the last one that I did. Hope your day is on point. I might have preferred the deeper purple here, but I don't know, I just wanted something, I wanted a little bit different. So here is the last one that I just made. Thank you, I love the colors too. I don't use Gorgeous Grape very much. You would think, because I'm a purple girl, that, thanks Janet, that that I would use it a lot more, but I just don't. And then here is the first card that I made. I think I made it too dark. Sorry. No, it's just dark in this room, I guess. Oh, sorry for shaking. Okay, so here's the other one that I did. Okay, so your two favorite colors are Gorgeous Grape and Granny Apple Green, Jamie? So remember, if you want a chance at winning these cards, make sure that you share my video and then come back and tell me that you shared. And then you'll be entered in my drawing. Now, okay, so I'm not going to be live next week. I need a drink. I haven't done it the whole time. I will not be live next week because of our project going on. So that means the drawing for this won't be for 2 weeks. So, so just keep that in mind. I don't think I'm going to try to figure out another day to try to go live, because it just works better when I can warn you and you know what to expect and whatever. So I'm not going to try it this time. So Sale-a-Bration ends on Monday. Excuse me. That means for hostesses, customers, new team members, and I will see you again. I'm hoarding the Gorgeous Grape. That's funny. No, literally this is the first time that I used it. Gorgeous Grape isn't isn't my favorite purple. Thanks, Marlene. I'm gonna miss you guys too. But it will probably be a good break because I'll be overwhelmed with everything's a mess. We're going to be emptying our kitchen this weekend. This weekend? Yeah. We have to move stuff out, like the big stuff out of the kitchen this weekend, so we're not going to have a stove and stuff like that. But then we have to empty cupboards and everything before Tuesday, because they're starting Tuesday. Excuse me, they want to start Monday, and I said, I have a class that morning, so maybe not. Okay, thank you for joining me. I will see you again in 2 weeks. Remember to share. Excuse me. Yeah, I already took pictures. I took pictures to give, you need inspiration. The progress pictures aren't going to be very inspiring. I don't know that I want to show show pictures of, I know, yeah, for those, Dina said, surprised that my guy would be able to get at it. For those of you who may not know, the builder contractor, he was in a car accident, let's see, maybe probably 4 weeks ago, and broke ribs and his sternum, and I think he's going to have at least a helper come with him. I don't know for sure what he's doing, but maybe he'll just direct traffic. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how many pictures I'm going to show in process. Like, I feel like I want you to see the before and after instead. So I'm not promising any progress pictures, just the final, when it's done. So I took pictures back in September before we had the designer work with us, because that's sort of the start of it. So we give measurements and pictures, and then she comes out for final measurements, so that in case our measurements were off by even a little bit or whatever, but the pictures are to help her get an idea of the space, if something will work or not. So anyway, so I have those pictures already, so we'll see. Okay, before and after is good. Yep, that's the plan. All right. Thank you, girls. Thanks for your excitement, too. I will see you again in 2 weeks for my live that day. I don't know that date. That will be the 9th, maybe? So, yeah. Okay, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.